again today with us at the Regent by Shannon. We have a really great show for you today, and I can't wait for you to meet Laura with Oopsie Daisy. Britt went to go and see her on one of the craziest days of the year, Valentine's Day. And so today we get to see how that whole little system works to get those flowers made, put together, and the little cards written out so they can be delivered to the people that we love. And so let's go on this adventure today together. Let's go to Oopsie Daisy and check it out. It's great to be able to show the people around us that we love them. There's little ways, there's big ways, there's all kind of ways to show those people how special they are and how much that we care. And we can do that in our business as well. There's little things that we can do not only for our clients, but for our employees and for the people who are vendors or other people that work with us in our realm and in our industry. There's little ways to show each other that there is relationship and that there is pieces and parts that we all need each other for. The great thing is it's really easy. First, we have to know ourselves a little bit. We understand the dynamic of who we are. I'm an introverted extrovert, so I like to keep to myself and I recharge by myself, but when I'm out in front of people, I try to make sure that my message is clear and that, I connect with others when I'm out and about. So knowing that about myself allows me to know how to work with my clients really well. So if I'm looking for a client and there seems to be a more of an extroverted person, that introvert in me will let them have that space, but I also need to help guide them to the destination that they're trying to get. It is really important for us to know how to communicate really well with all these different personality types. Like an introverted person, they're not going to be one who wants to have a lot of attention put on them. They're not going to want someone to be pulling things out of them constantly and asking all kinds of crazy questions. That's not going to be their deal. It's not going to be something that they want to do. So understanding what the extrovert needs and the introvert needs helps us not only with our clients and our employees, but those vendors and at home too. So it's important in our relationships to really be able to communicate well with those kind of people. In our employee pool, a lot of times we want to hire that person that seems to be outgoing, the person that has all the charisma and has all the personality. But the funny thing is if we have a lot of personality, we'll clash all the time. But you also don't want someone who's going to sit back and want to stay at their desk all the time. You need someone who wants to be interactive in the community, wants to know more about the industry, and wants to dive into things and learn as much as possible. So, trying to figure out what a combination of that formula of all those different pieces when they come together, trying to find the right person that fits in. Now, if you work in an accounting office or something like that, you want someone who can be a little bit to themselves and works well on their own. Whereas if they're at the front desk, you want someone who immediately greets with their eyes and their face and says, "Welcome to my business. I'm so glad you've come. How may I help you?" So the different pieces and parts in that office make a difference, and the hiring of each of those people is important as well. So understanding the difference between the extrovert and the introvert and how they work as in a whole in your system in your office makes a big difference in who you talk to, who you hire, and how they relate to one another. Now, the fun part of that is having that introvert and that extrovert work well in the same space because, they may be a more outgoing person if they're an extrovert. So they're going to be wanting to have more interaction, where an introverted person is probably going to want a little less interaction. So they may be like, it's too much. Oversensitization. It's a way too much, wanting to be in my space. So trying to find those moments where we can do team building or where we can do, some, learning about ourselves and leadership skills and different things so we learn how to work really well together is very important. And also as a boss or as a manager, knowing how to, with whoever you are, works really well with each and every one of them. So building that communication, learning who they are, and being able to relate to them from your side and their side of the fence is so very, very important because that teaches them how to work with each other. So, and they mirror off of you. So your relationship skills sort of rolls off and runs into how they relate to one another, and show them how to appreciate each other's differences and the things that make them up. And as we go into vendors, people who come in that we bring into our space, bring into our business, and allow to represent us, it's important to understand how they function out there in society, not just in their individual. We can go to a kitchen and we can watch a chef, cook and create, and they're amazing. Their food tastes wonderful, but they may not have really good people skills. So they may be able to go somewhere and then they roll over people, like a steamroller, and not, really see the people in the room. Not just seeing how they interact in their space and that they're comfortable with, but where they're not comfortable. So because that can be the moment that it, slices a client relationship or even one of your employees' relationship with you or with them. So it's important to just sort of know who they are, know how they interact with people. So, having quality services and quality food and quality, interaction are all important. You can't be one person and not have each of those skills and be able to go out there, because they're representing you. And if you represent yourself well, all it takes is one person who represents themselves wrong representing you to soil that, or to make it diminish in its effectiveness when you go out into the public. So it's always important to understand all those amazing relationships that you have with all the people that are in your realm. Your family is just important, and we selected those people to do life with. But in our business, that's where we're creating the financial building blocks to build and the foundation of our life on. So that is just as important. So always having that balance between here and here is amazingly important. So understand that this side balances this side, but sometimes when one of those are off kilter, it can affect the other. So understand that when you go out and you select people and you pick people to put into your realm, that it's so very important, because who we pick in life determines sort of how we operate and how we function in this world. So it's so very, very important to put like-minded people, put people who know what matters with you, because all together we create the space that we invite others into.
Hey everybody, we're here today in Apollo Beach visiting Laura's shop, Oops-a-Daisy. It's the day before Valentine's Day, so we figured what better time to come in and see everybody mad dashing around, filling all the orders and putting all those smiles on everyone's faces around the greater Tampa area. Wait till you see all the beautiful arrangements going on in back. Come in and check this out. There are beautiful arrangements all around every corner that lets you get ideas of the custom designs that you might have in mind when it comes time to fill the need of your special someone. We have all kinds of things to choose from today. There are miniature blooms of carnations, baby's breath, roses, sunflowers. What is it that your favorite person has in mind for their favorite special person? You never know what kind of things that she'll have in store here at Oops-a-Daisy to fill the beautiful desires of your beautiful soulmate. So there are fresh flowers and fresh blooms. So in Laura's shop here at Oops-a-Daisy, there are loose stems where you can pull out your favorite custom flowers, like maybe a rose and sunflower mix. Or you can reach into the cabinet and here she has lilies and roses. Who wouldn't love lilies and roses? That's one of my favorites. Oh, there's hydrangeas back there too. I grow those at home, but they're not as pretty as that. So on her shelves, she has all kinds of things, from cards to chocolates, balloons everywhere. She can add those to your floral arrangements, or she could probably even do your favorite special chocolate and balloon and flower arrangement all together. Come in to Oops-a-Daisy and do a bundled package for your loved ones for Valentine's Day. beautiful signature bouquets. So Laura, tell us what the procedure is, or how do you get started? Did you do something to the water before you started?
No, actually this is plain water, and because when you're making an arrangement, bits of the leaves and things fall off and get in the water, and when an arrangement goes out, I want it to have crystal clear water. So I'll actually lift the whole arrangement up and change the water before it goes out,
Okay.
so that everything is...
And so you start with the greenery, I see?
Start with
or-
a little bit of greenery, yep. I like to get the leaves off before it goes to the water.
Now, all of these beautiful bouquets that she's making right now are all going to go into this freezer right beside us. Cooler, not a freezer. I would kill him. So all of these beautiful arrangements, they go into the cooler once that she has them composed, and they wait to be delivered. Most of them will be delivered tomorrow because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So Laura, tell us, how many do you have on staff here at Oops a Daisy?
On a normal day, I have Maria and Mike, my M&Ms, and they come to work every day, holiday, not holiday. And during the holidays, when it gets busy, I recruit everybody. My daughter was here earlier. Like I said, my mom comes in and helps. Patty, the girl up front, she's an amazing asset. Usually she's another one of those that I can say, help, I need help. She'll be here.
Now, are these the same people that would go out into the field and deliver them to
No,
the
I have a
happy
whole-
recipients?
I have a whole separate crew of those people. Make such foliage on it. Flowers.
So Laura, tell us, how long have you been putting arrangements together?
For over 30 years.
Oh my, okay, so
Started at a wholesale house up in Tampa when I was in college. I was a theater major.
Fair enough. So your creativity definitely is something that is part of your passion, I would take. Fair. Well, you definitely have a beautiful eye. So you were a theater major. Is that your profession for any part of your life, or went straight into flowers?
No, I started, like I said, when I was in college, I started packing flowers, and then they taught me how to make arrangements, and then I learned how to design, and kind of went from there, just kept educating myself.
And so how long has Oops a Daisy been here in business?
We have been here for 6.5 years.
For precision, not good enough.
No, if it's not good enough, it doesn't get sold.
Beautiful.
People digging in our dumpster all the time.
I would say that would be a dumpster too. Pillage. The phone has not stopped ringing since we've been here. We get about a 1 to 2 minute break, and they're putting in more orders.
These are what I'm pulling off the guard petals. Because these roses, the petal's job is to guard the rose.
So I know that red, you're putting purple in right now. Red is probably your most signature your most signature, red is your most signature color. What would be, like, purple is usually,
Red, pink, purple.
how do you scope what a Valentine's Day bouquet looks like differently?
Usually red, pink, purple, white, any combination of that stuff. There are people that, still want the yellows and whatever floats your boat.
So you really do creatively give everybody kind of something to choose from, and then answer any requests that they do have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What would you
We are
say?
here to put a smile on your face.
You do a good job. We've had Laura in at the Regent many times, and every time that someone walks through and sees them, they always have a little gasp of breath that leaves them when they see her spectacular floral designs.
Striving for to be the best.
So when you put in this order, they called in and they said, I want hydrangeas? No.
Nope.
Okay.
A lot of my customers have realized that if they tell me I want something nice, I don't care how much it costs. They know I'm going to be honest and fair with them, but I know that this particular customer wants big, over the top, or just he wants to wow his wife.
Right.
And that's it. And he trusts me. I've been making arrangements for him for long enough that I've got the trust of a lot of people that don't say I want this, and this. Yes, we do still have people that say yes, I want hydrangeas. No, I don't want lilies. No roses. There are only roses, that sort of thing. But for a lot of my customers have realized that let her be creative. Let her find pick out what's freshest, what's best. She's going to make it pretty.
Hence why you're the master designer.
Right.
So is this going to be delivered today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And tomorrow on delivery, how many guys is it that you actually have going out into the field?
Well, my husband had to call in sick for work tomorrow, so that he can come deliver flowers. No, he didn't call in sick. But I've got about 5 other people besides my normal delivery person delivering flowers.
All day, non-stop.
All day.
And so how far do you deliver?
Tomorrow, actually, we've got a run going into Brandon, which we've got one customer that's been with us from the get-go, and he always insists on having his flowers delivered, and since he's been such a loyal customer, we do it for him. So I've tagged on some along the way of Brandon.
Okay. So in a typical routine day, what are
Usually
your regions?
Riverview, Apollo Beach, Gibsonton, Waimama, Ruskin, and Sun City Center.
And what hours do you deliver?
We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday from 9 to 12. Of course, if we're doing an event, we'll work later than that.
Yes, I've seen her late in the hours.
And generally, I like to tell people if they call us by 12, 1 o'clock, we can usually make something happen the same day.
Okay, but how much would be an early enough advance? 12 to 1 o'clock same day?
Yeah, same day.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We try to keep everybody happy.
I'd say that's a beautiful turnaround. Oh, and everything is so beautiful. It's coming together so nicely. Laura, thank you so much for inviting us in. Thank you for showing us the behind the scenes of here at Oops-A-Daisy. If you have any needs for your loved ones or you want to put a smile on your very own face, don't forget to think of Laura and her staff here at Oops-A-Daisy for all the needs that you need met for your beautiful flower arrangements, balloon arrangements, chocolate candies. Everything here is beautifully designed and cared for your loved ones. And Laura, thank you so much. Everyone, thank you so much for taking your time to watch us here today at the Regent. And Laura, thank you so much. Any words for our viewers?
Don't drive yourself crazy. Just call Oops-A-Daisy.
Beth. And I know a lot of you already know who I am, but I really wanted to take this opportunity to share a little bit about where I've been and, more importantly, where we're going this year. 2020 has been a year of not just vision, but of growth. And we've really been connecting a lot to the community, and I've been meeting so many people. And I think it's very important that we understand not just the people that you're working with, but understand where they come from and some of their backgrounds. And I've been in the production world for many, many years, and I've had the amazing opportunity in 2019 to join the team at the Regent as a production assistant, taking on the journey and the adventure of connecting the community to television, to social media, and expanding our reach just that much more. We're excited because last year we started our very first bridal show, and it impacted the community in such a way that it spiraled not out of control, but into this amazing atmosphere where one person was helping the other and encouraging and uplifting the other, especially when we felt a little self-conscious of our bodies or even of our talents and our gifts. The biggest part of that bridal show was our fashion show, where we really made an effort to show real size dresses, real size women that don't necessarily come from a background like I did. I started in modeling and production when I was a couple months old. I started just learning a little bit about myself, and being in that industry, sometimes you don't really get to love yourself. You get to love the person that you become on that image after work has been done to it. And I went on a journey myself to understand that I am not my work, I am who I am on the inside. And I've had to learn a little bit about that, about myself that way. I've had to learn not to listen to other people's opinions about who they think I am and really understand who I was. And I took a little bit about that into the fashion show and the bridal show last year, and really took these women who had no real experience. I had a great blend of experienced models and unexperienced models, but I was able to share a little bit of that self-confidence that I've had to learn for myself. I wasn't just born with. And seeing them glow that day and seeing the reaction of the crowd, seeing not a typical size 2 on the runway, but seeing women from sizes 8 to size 20 really own and love themselves for who they are, and having the community support them was just incredible. And it really encouraged me to pursue that side of my career and really encourage women, encourage our community, not just women, but men as well, on accepting and loving themselves for who they are and not believing what social media and these standards are telling them that they have to be or who they assume they are. It's really owning who we are, but after really working and surrounding yourself with the right people. So since August, I have joined again, like I said, the Regent on the production team, and we have been working relentlessly on how else to communicate or connect with the community.
It's great here at the Regent because I always get to see sort of the beginning, I guess you could say, of a love story at a wedding, but also that there's that pathway to there. So today, as we got to visit with Oopsie Daisy, we sort of see those little love notes, those little things that we do for one another as we care. And it's awesome to sort of see how that begins. And as we get married, I hope we still keep receiving those flowers. But it's amazing to just be able to love one another and to have those interactions. And it's great to sort of see someone who tries to put everything inside of them, like Laura does, to create that amazing moment so that when you receive her flowers, you feel how the person who sent them to you wanted you to. It's a great day here at the Regent, and I love that you came to visit with us. And we'll see you next time here at the Regent by Shannon.